Welcome to this video on break-even sales calculation. You will have received this template. I have it on screen, opened in Microsoft Excel. If you're opening in Google Sheets, it may look slightly different. As you can see, there are a number of boxes. Most are blued out, but some are white. You can either use an average price, where you take the average price of what you're offering, or you can just pick a figure for an individual product or service you're offering and see how that affects the rest of the table. Let's just change that to €50. Click enter, it filters through. When we look at specific or variable cost, all we're asking is this: what does it cost me to carry out, make, or deliver my product or service? If you were a window cleaner, it's the cost of your window cleaning liquid, etc., or whatever you would use just to clean those windows. So if you didn't clean those windows, you wouldn't have that expense. By cleaning those windows, you have the expense. Another example might be for somebody who's servicing washing machines. If you don't service the washing machine, you won't have certain costs. But if you go out to service that washing machine, you will incur certain costs. And these are your variable costs. Let's put in something here. I'm just picking a purely random figure. And you can see it filters down through the table. If we go down now and we look at estimated fixed costs, which is this box here, and I'll just zoom in slightly on that box, we can see again a white box. So we put in a figure here which we will get from our cash flow projection, and the cash flow projection was the subject of a previous video. So what do we think our fixed cost will be? Again, I'm putting in a purely random figure here. Click enter. We can see now that the break-even sales figure is €75,000 per year. That's the sales we must hit to break even. On 75,000, we can pay all our bills, including ourselves, but we have nothing left over. So ideally, we would need to have sales higher than that figure. If we look now on the bottom section of the table, we need to ask ourselves, realistically, how many weeks per year do I think I'll be able to work? And here is where you must be honest. If you're only available to work, for example, 20 weeks per year, well then plan things accordingly. If you are able to work 48 weeks a year, put in 48 weeks per year. The example here, I put in 48 weeks per year. That's probably a little bit high. I'd recommend you bring that back maybe to 44. It's not that you won't work longer. It's just that this is an attainable figure. And how many days per week are you able to work? If you have family commitments, be honest here. If you're able to work or plan to work 5 days a week, well then realistically, you will more than likely have 4 effective days. The other day might be taken up with, I suppose, the things we need to do to keep our business on track. So 4 effective days is a good figure to use. This tells us that we need to make 85 sales per week or 21 sales per day. You then have to ask yourself, is that realistic? Can I make those figures? If you think to yourself, no, I can't, well, this isn't cast in stone. We need to go back up and review things. We could say either I need to charge more, or I need to make it or deliver it for less. So let's say we've reviewed what it costs to do and we realize, you know what, I can do this more cheaply or more competitively. We put in a figure here. We look and we realize that we can't afford all these fixed costs. So things we would like to have for our business we can't have. So we'll lower this figure down. Again, click enter. And the wonderful thing, guys, about this little spreadsheet is we can go back in and change whatever we want. We look down now and the sales are 44 sales per week or 11 sales per day. So it's much more manageable. So it's just a simple template that lets us see what do I need to do or sales do I need to make to be able to make my business pay its way. As I said earlier, it's not cast in stone. We can go in, we can play about, we can see what we think. But please do have a go. It won't bite and you can't break it. And I do think that you will find this a very useful template for playing what if or should I or shouldn't I. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this video.